Hey, it's Samuel Becker here. Welcome to this video. First, some background. I've made tens of millions of dollars through sales funnels. I loved sales funnels. I was an active advocate for them well before ClickFunnels was ever created. But the way that they're going now, the way they've grown, the way they're being used has driven me to kind of hate them. I hate the way traditional sales funnels are being used. It's an old way of doing things that's being done in a more modern, social media, interconnected world. And today I'd like to demonstrate why sales funnels and sales funnel software can actually be damaging your business and your reputation. So first, let's look at a traditional sales funnel. Could be an opt-in funnel, sales funnel, webinar funnel, whatever it is. They usually have the same goal. You use them to increase customer value, the amount of money that you're making from that person going through your funnel. And the goal is to sell as much as possible to a person who enters your funnel as either a lead or a customer, whatever way you want to make a lot of sales. And let's be honest for a minute, you don't really know if the person's going through your sales funnel and whether they actually need what it is you're selling. It's not like you're talking to them, you want the money, so what does it matter, right? We take someone through each step offering something new every time because that's how we make the most money possible from that person. And we made lots of money doing this for 10 to 15 years. Last year, that all kind of changed. Why? Well, I can tell you why, but maybe let's first look at the symptoms of the problem. Russell Brunson, along with ClickFunnels, took funnels to the world a few years ago. It was incredible to watch. He took what was a pretty niche concept and with the help of technology made funnels available to average Joe business owners around the world. And he and ClickFunnels made a killing as well as their funnel hackers. In fact, most of the top marketers or business YouTubers came from this period fueled by this new technology. I remember a few years ago that there was a period of time on Facebook where I think every ad that I clicked on had a ClickFunnels page behind it. Many other companies caught on and we now have lots of different funnel software out there such as Groove, Samcart, Kajabi, I think that does it as well. I myself had one as well, which you might or might not be familiar with, which is called Igloo app, which has been around since 2015. We had maybe 13,000 customers in total, and the concept was very good. Compared to ClickFunnels, we were small, but I was still able to learn a huge amount from using our software and helping our clients and users, many of which made a huge amount of money through the sales funnels they created on our platform. I mean, we had close to 500,000 funnels built through our system. Do you want to know the biggest problem I faced? And I know all of the other software also face the same problem with their funnels. The most difficult part of creating sales funnels is the design. Design is what sticks lots of people. In fact, in many cases, we actually had people break their pages because of the amount of images, videos, and other elements they would slap onto it. We had to make an upgrade to Igloo specifically to solve the issues relating to people spending weeks building huge funnel pages. Some people just aren't designers, and I'm definitely one of those. What's my point here? Design is part of funnel software's nature. It's kind of like its DNA. You need design, especially for a traditional funnel. It takes a lot of time and doesn't really add much value or add to the amount of money that you make when it comes to sales funnels. Many people never get their first funnel built because design holds them back, which is kind of silly. So what do we do to solve this problem? Well, we have to create templates, element templates, and the pages just kind of look like a funnel page from there on. If you're choosing the same elements, maybe you've got 100 different templates for your funnel software, 100 different elements, and you've got thousands of users, people are going to start to catch on that, hey, all of this stuff is from the same place, the same software. This is a typical traditional funnel page. But here's what I noticed going through this process myself and creating lots of these for my own business. Whether I created a sales funnel with a boring white background and black text or a funnel with beautiful graphics and animations, it didn't really matter much. In fact, quite often we had to remove graphics and design elements from the pages we created because they're actually performing better without them. At peak, when we were creating funnels on a daily basis, I had a team of 2 people just so we could make these pages and make them look graphically good and sound. And over time, I realized that I really didn't need to do that. All I needed really was a duplicate option on a basic funnel page that I created in order to make sales, because the most important thing in the sales funnels I was creating was my headline and the bonuses for the specific audience that I had. And most people had actually made the decision to purchase based on the subject headline and not, maybe it was based on the email that I had written or the subject in the email, not from the page itself. It's the same with ads funnels as well. Most people make a decision when they are viewing your well-targeted ad as opposed to what they actually read on your funnel page. And the funnel is kind of there to reinforce that initial decision that they had to click on your ad. And if it does a good job of doing that, you usually can make a sale. And I've recently been testing this out with what I call post landers, because I don't understand why you actually need a sales funnel these days. Most people make buying decisions from your email or from what you write or the content that you create and post over social media. They're usually ready to buy, and there isn't much you can do on the page to convince them of that, if from a design perspective anyway. So when I came out and said that, a few months ago that I didn't like sales funnels anymore, I was surprised by the reaction I got. A lot of people gave me a bit of pushback. I received, some people sending me messages that, they didn't agree and they were still using these with their clients and they were using their own business and they're still working. For most people though, they kind of expressed an agreement with it. They were in agreement. They said, I've experienced this in my business. Yes, we're doing different things now. And over the past few months, we've been working on incorporating these new ideas and finding new ways of selling that aren't through traditional sales funnels. And we call these post landers that we're using right now. And these posts are publicly available. They might include a video, text, and then a way that someone can make a purchase. And from this page here, I then am able to re-engage my audience through email and direct them to other upgrades through two main methods, either another post or through chat. I've found that my conversations that I've been having have been good. And for the amount of time I save in applying this model, I end up with a lot more time for the most important and time-consuming part of my business, which is usually coming up with content ideas, subjects, and hooks that might convert. I like to think of this as the pre-sale. The core element of your pre-sale is actually trust. Not many people think about this, but trust is important. If you gain trust with the time and effort you put into your content, the last thing you want to do is immediately go ahead and lose it. And here's how I see people losing their audience's trust these days. Funnel skepticism. There now exists a bias against sales funnels, almost a negative sentiment towards them. Now, not everyone has this yet, obviously, but a large portion of people have been burned and are now turned off when they go to a page and it looks like a ClickFunnels or other type of funnel page. And I kind of blame the way ads work for this, because advertisers who use funnels have this mindset that in order to break even or bring in a return, you need to be converting more and selling more than the next advertiser. And that makes sense, right? In competitive markets, you probably won't even break even on your first sale, maybe even on your third. It might take a large consulting offer or other larger sell within your sales funnel, a few days or a few weeks after the initial sale, to simply break even on your ads. And because you're competing against everyone else, everyone is incentivized and pushed to try squeeze more and more out of the ads that they run. So if you make a purchase from an ad that directs you to a funnel, you can expect to be sold a number of different products. It's very common for marketers to use what I'd probably call unethical tactics to improve the amount of money that they can make per customer, such as advertising that'll go ahead and such as advertising what you'll get on the front end, and then you have to buy it on the upgrade in order to actually get that thing, and the upgrade is expensive and you didn't know this going into the sales funnel. Or they might even spam your inbox many times a day to drive you into additional purchases or call you or whatever they can to make that sale. They're not in much of a hurry to go through it again unless they have a taste for being hard sold constantly. So they think a lot more about making a purchase on future offers. Maybe they completely unplug and make the decision to never purchase again from a funnel offer like the one that they saw. And I think traditional funnels are dying because of this reason that I've mentioned above. It's a cycle that is now coming to an end. So if you're wanting to sell online, let me share what I personally would recommend doing. And it's not sales funnels, it's not traditional sales funnels anyway. I recommend pre-selling over social media, directing people to a community or an event you're running. People want to have a conversation before they make a purchase these days. Then drive them, so basically drive them into having conversations with you. It's about how they feel about you. They want to feel good about you. You can help them to feel good by showing them that what you can offer actually solves their problems, and they're actively doing it for others as well. And that's where we're focusing a lot of our attention on right now. Content over social media and then optimizing the way we're selling, but doing it in a way that's more personal, connected, and solves problems for our customers. We then communicate that to them through the ways that we want to, and the ways that they want to be communicated to through, whether it's email or social media. So maybe I've given you something to think about here. If you want more content like this, then subscribe. I've been selling online for the past 15 to 20 years. My goal from this channel is to help you as much as possible to create income online, to find what problems you have and solve those problems with these videos. So I hope that I've given you something to think about today. And if you have other comments you'd like to post or other ideas or subjects you would like me to talk on, please post a comment down below. All right, this is Sam Baker. Talk to you again soon. See you later.